This is the incredible Greek island of Evia. Yassas, Kalimera, good morning. Today is May 2nd. It is currently about 69 degrees Fahrenheit. That is 20 degrees Celsius. I'm here in Halkidi, or Halkis. This is the largest city on the island of Evia. So, you saw at the beginning there, I was driving over a bridge. That narrow channel is what separates Evia from the mainland of Greece. So it is barely an island, but it is a significant island, the second largest Greek island, and the sixth largest island in the Mediterranean Sea. But it is little known to tourists beyond Greece. It is a popular destination for Greeks, but you really don't hear about foreign travelers coming to Evia. And so I have the car, as you saw there, about $43 per day. I rented it at the Athens International Airport yesterday, and the plan is to get out of Halkidi here and go see more of this little known island with a lot of history and a lot of really interesting things to see by the looks of it. So it's going to be a bit of a maze getting out of the city here, and then it should really open up and get a lot more peaceful. So let's do it. Go see Evia, find out what it's all about, and is it worth visiting? Here we go. Efarasopolis. All right. First order of business, get some supplies. For one thing, because the Greek Easter holiday is coming up. I didn't know about this before, that the Greek Easter is a month later than in the US and elsewhere, but learned from the comments section. This is the first time that I've been to Greece at this time of the year in early May, and apparently much of the country sort of shuts down for like 3 days, and so I'm not exactly sure what will be open. Hopefully some restaurants for dinner, but that should cover me pretty well for a little while here. All right, let's get out of the city. So there's the channel separating Evia from the Greek mainland, and there's the bridge that I drove over yesterday evening. So I had to make up my mind, which part of the island am I going to go explore, because it is huge. Did some research last night and settled on heading south along the coast here, and there are a bunch of really interesting looking places to see. So it's mainly going to be like ancient ruin type stuff, but then some villages for sure, the landscapes, the sea, maybe some nice beaches along the way. Certainly not going to plan to swim, probably, because the water will still be quite cold now, but this should be a very eye-opening tour. Alright, the first diversion of the day. I saw what looks like a castle on a hill, and then there are these signs pointing to something. I'm not sure if that is what it is pointing to, but this is the right general direction. Also, I'm starving and want to dig into this stuff that I just bought, so maybe that will be a good place to park for a little bit with a view, if we can get there. Oh boy, what a maze. But this is the purpose of the day of exploring. Random wandering, finding Greek churches, and hopefully castles. Let's see if we get a view of it, perhaps around the corner here. Not quite. This seems like the right direction. I bet right here we'll see something. Boom. That right there. What is that? Okay. Oh yeah, that looks really interesting, and loving these landscapes. I guess olive trees, classic Greek fields and little roads, dry grass. There it is. Look at that thing. That is quite a castle. And a dramatic setting here. Lake, cliffs. So, there is something on the side of that building. I don't speak or read much Greek, but I can read that. O-X-I. Ohi. That means no. Does that mean, like, don't come here? The way that it's written in large letters on the side of the castle, well, it's worth a try. Let's see how close we can get. Yes, us. Oh, go back?
You know where St. George is?
No, what is this, monastery?
Yeah,
or?
it's a monastery.
Okay.
There is a sign. You have to go the other way.
Yes, okay. And if I find St. George Monastery, I can put in my phone.
You have to go not here, the
Yes,
other way.
okay.
And passo alle sue quintane con fanno.
Όχι, γυρίζεις, πας από πάνω τον Άγιο Γεώργιο, από το νεκροταφείο πάμε.
Okay, so basically you're here.
Δεν ξέρετε, ωραία, μπάρδεμα.
You go the other way, and in the far end of the village there is a cemetery.
Okay.
In that way there are two roads. One leads to St. George and the other leads up the mountain.
Okay, to the castle. To the left then.
Yeah.
Okay. Name of the castle?
Κάστρο.
Just
Doesn't
castle.
have a particular name.
Okay. Cool, man. Thanks a lot. Ευχαριστώ πολύ. This is the real deal. Local Greek life. Okay, well, sounds like it might actually be possible to get up to it. And I can read another Greek word. Two signs there, straight, left. That says Castro. Castro? This very narrow road. Okay, the cemetery he mentioned. All right. This is working. I can't help but think of Gladiator when I see these types of trees. I'm sure many of you will understand. They are making a Gladiator 2, and I am really looking forward to seeing that one. All right, we're gonna get there. Why is Ohi on the side of the castle? Boom. Mission accomplished. Couple of young guys there, leaving. I got the castle to myself. I'm bringing everything just so that I can sort through it up there and decide what to munch on. I was hoping to find somewhere with a cool view to have brunch here, and man, did I succeed on that one. So for anyone who might be wondering about the shoes, when I was in the Czech Republic, then I had these shoes and talked about how they were some crappy shoes that I'd found in my storage space back in Portland that I brought specifically so that I could have them for the colder weather in the Czech Republic, but then would just get rid of them once I got to warmer places, and that is what I did. I left them in the hotel room where I stayed in Vienna, and if someone there wants them, they can have them, but they aren't really worth bothering with because of the Velcro situation not working properly. But shoes no longer necessary. If it gets just a little bit chilly, then just put on a pair of socks and that does the trick. All right, here it is. A very cool looking castle. Nice one. I love the older, partially ruined castles. Not the perfect ones that are all glamorous looking. This is ultimate. Some serious history here. Okay, where to take a seat and break open the stuff, preferably in the shade. Look at that view. I can still see the bridge out there, straight ahead. So, Greek mainland, that little tiny channel is all that makes this an island. And on the hill there are some towers as well. Interesting. Those look better preserved. Now I'm going to be tempted to go check those out. But first things first, I am starving. This looks like a perfectly good spot. Oh yeah. All right. And so here's what I got. 2 hunks of cheese, Edam and Gouda. A little cake thing. Olives. Cookies. Big cookie. Whatever these are, I'm not even sure if they're sweet or savory. Some roasted and salted almonds. Pistachios. Milk. 7 types of fruit juice. Crackers to go with the cheese. 2 cherry croissant things, and a yogurt. This was all 28 euros, about 30 bucks. Time to munch. All right, let's do one last little walkthrough of the castle here before I take off. I think that I'm going to skip going to those other towers and get rolling because there is so much more to see. I haven't even gotten to the first of the places that I want to visit today, which is just a 15-minute drive from here, but then there is much more beyond there. So we have a lot of ground to cover. Let's do it. Eritrea, literally City of the Rowers, is a town in Evia, Greece, facing the coast of Attica across the narrow South Aegean Gulf. It was an important Greek polis, or I guess town, in the 6th and 5th century BC, mentioned by many famous writers and actively involved in significant historical events. The earliest surviving mention of Eritrea was by Homer in the Iliad, who listed Eritrea as one of the Greek cities which sent ships to the Trojan War. In the 8th century BC, Eritrea and her near neighbor and rival Chalkis, that is where I stayed last night, were both powerful and prosperous trading cities. Eritrea controlled the Aegean islands of Andros, Tenos, and Chios. They also held territory in Boeotia on the Greek mainland. Eritrea was also involved in the Greek colonization and founded the colonies of Pithecusae and Cumae in Italy, together with Chalkis. At the end of the 8th century BC, however, Eritrea and Chalkis fought a prolonged war, known mainly from the account in Thucydides as the Leontine War, for control of the fertile Lelantine plain. Little is known of the details of this war, but it is clear that Eritrea was defeated. The city was destroyed, and Eritrea lost her lands in Bottia and her Aegean dependencies. Neither Eritrea nor Chalkis ever again counted for much in Greek politics. As a result of this defeat, Eritrea turned to colonization. She planted colonies in the northern Aegean, on the coast of Macedon, in Italy, and in Sicily. It became an important city in the 6th, 5th century BC, mentioned by many famous writers, and actively involved in significant historical events. So I guess it came back. When the Ionian Greeks in Asia Minor rebelled against Persia in 499 BC, so, as I discussed in my last video, the battle at Marathon was 490 BC, so this ties into those events. 9 years earlier, the Ionian Greeks in Asia Minor rebelled against Persia. Eritrea joined Athens in sending aid to the rebels because Miletus had supported Eritrea in the Lelantine War. The rebels burned Sardis, but were defeated, and the Eritrean general Ulysses was killed. Darius, so that is the king of Persia, made a point of punishing Eritrea during his invasion of Greece. In 490 BC, the city was sacked and burned by the Persians under the admiral Datis. In retribution for the stout resistance, the victors killed all the male citizens and deported women and children barefoot to Ardarica in Susiana, Persia, forcing them into slavery. Oh my God. The Persians also destroyed the great temple of Apollo built around 510 BC. Parts of a pediment were found in 1900, including the torso of a statue of Athena. Eritrea was rebuilt shortly afterwards and took part with 600 hoplites in the Battle of Plataea 479 BC. So I could go on. I wasn't planning to read that much of the history, but it is seriously fascinating. So this is it out here. There is an impressive amphitheater. The question is how to get to it. On Google Maps, it was showing that it was closed today, but there doesn't seem to be open or closed. It's just kind of fenced off. So we can certainly see something. Let's see how much we can see. The usual rock walls. The amphitheater's right there. I could see it as I was driving in. So let's crack the code of entering the amphitheater. And here's the code. Can I crack it? Cracked. Nothing said keep out. I guess this is not a popular tourist destination, but boom, here we go. Amphitheater. Amazing. And well, I was gonna say this is no Roman amphitheater. This is from so much earlier, but I didn't continue reading the history there, and it's certainly possible that it could be rebuilt later in Roman times. There was much Greek history prior to the expansion of the Roman Empire, and the Romans took over much of what had been Greek previously, and then of course the cultures and civilizations, kind of merged. So they didn't wipe out the Greeks, but they took over for a long while, and so many locations were Greek first, and then later more Roman influence. But man, that history, this just totally abandoned, neglected, no ticket office, anything, ancient city played such an important role in the development of Western civilization as one of the more important cities and involved in the Trojan War, the Battle of Marathon, rebellion against the Persians. As I discussed in my last video, if the Persians had won that war and managed to fully take over Greece, then Western civilization as we know it would have most likely been very, very different. The theater of ancient Eritrea. Its capacity at its peak estimated at approximately 6,400 spectators. Very interesting number there because, as I mentioned in the last video, 6,400 is the number of Persian soldiers who died at the Battle of Marathon, compared to only about 200 Greek soldiers. Obviously, you know, totally coincidental there, but making it a medium capacity Greek theater. The construction of the monumental dates back to the end of the 4th century BC Hellenistic area. During this period, the hall was freestanding and had no seats for the spectators. Okay, so you just stood. The second building phase around 300 BC, or a little later, is considered the most important since most of the elements of its current form belong to it, such as the pews, the Europos, the proscenium. Whoa, look at that! That is one of the closest configurations of jets I've ever seen randomly. So this morning I was hearing jets flying very low over the city of Chalkis there. So I wonder if it could have something to do with the Easter holiday. That seems a little random, so maybe something else. So no mention here of being reconstructed by the Romans. So this may be a true Greek amphitheater. And then just a few remaining stone blocks. Okay, let's not spend any more time here. Let's get on to the next location. The best is yet to come. And look at what they're doing there. They're sending out streamers, I guess they're called, different colors, blue, red, making a design in the sky. What the heck is going on? I can hear the noise is there, whereas the jet is ahead, so they're going faster than the speed of sound. Or maybe that doesn't prove it. No, that doesn't prove that they're going faster than the speed of sound. It just means it's taking time for the sound to get to me. But anyways. Okay, they're wrapping around again, I think. They're coming in low. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Intense. More streamers. Just white. Okay, they're going up. Colored streamers now. Gray, blue, red, blue, gray. Whoa. I don't know how well you can see, but that is just a bizarre sight. wild. All right, let's get cruising. So just wanted to show a little bit more of the ruins as I leave, and also the jets are circling back. So there you can see just, you know, low-lying rocks, walls, etc. left over from its glorious existence many millennia ago. Okay, the jets have disappeared. 30-minute drive to Calaveri, this way.